Okay, so I've hit the magic button and, oh, excuse me, just pulling my socks up. And as soon as I've managed to do that, literally, figuratively speaking, in the gameplay as well, I've pulled my socks up a bit today, exercised a bit of patience. I mean, that bronze player gave me a bit of a tougher matchup than I'd have liked, really. I mean, how it all turned out. Well, we didn't ever get a reveal on his marshal or his general in the end, did we? I was speculating for a while on that one that moved away, but I think I played it reasonably well in the sense I didn't do anything too seriously bad, and it obviously sort of drained them enough or made them have to think carefully enough that they sort. But he did bluff me out as well. He bluffed me out of a Louis in there. I got my spy with that, or with a scout, didn't he? Yeah, I made a mistake actually, didn't I? I moved my scout out, spy out. So that was a shocker. So anyway, new tweet about to go out. I've gone for preparation is half of the battle. So let's see how that goes down in the world of Twitter and all of these hashtag zones that I've put on there. So yeah, thanks for everyone that's followed me. I mean, I've had a few new followers since sort of this week started. So thanks ever so much for that, and all your support there. I hope you enjoy the little tweets that I put out at the start as well, adds to what we're doing here. And you can sort of look forward to as well what I'm going to go for each time, because I'm going to try and every day, every stream, do something different here. The reason I started doing that was because if I was writing the same thing all the time and doing streams as regularly as I do throughout the nights, then I might have got flagged up for spam. So putting some different things adds not only a bit of fun and sort of atmosphere to what we're doing, but it also avoids that. So welcome back to you all when you do come back. I mean, I'm sort of streaming right through now for another 3.5 hours at least. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to do more than sort of past 5 AM GMT, as I've mentioned previously, but when you come along here on my days of streaming, then I do tend to sort of do a few of them for you. So any newcomers, feel free to comment in the live chat there that's going on the stream, and let us know where you're from or whatever and what you're thinking. And great to see you as normal, Brian. Always a pleasure to have you here with us. And enjoyed your last match on your channel there. Anyone else that wants some more Stratego content, go and check Brian's channel out. He's got the videos there and commentary for you. Yeah, and obviously if you are new and you come along, then it's great to see you. It would be great to see you on the subs list as well. Oh, okay, Gold Scout now. So this is the test here now, isn't it? I mean, if I can get this, then we've got to be looking at gold ranking again, surely. But now I've got to keep my composure about this. I've got to keep positive about this, because every time I sort of go up against these gold players now, I just sort of get this subconscious feeling that I mean, it's obvious it's not going to be easy. Although saying that, I have had a couple of wins against gold players which have turned out to be surprisingly easy. There's one player that's on the channel on a couple of streams, and they were both times gold. One was gold, the first time was gold major. It's actually, I went to go and look for that and label it up, but it's actually in the same batch of streams that I've got labelled up on my playlist. If you go into playlist and look for Getting Gold 1, that batch of streams, and I often put it on my sort of annotations at the end anyway, so you often see it on some of my videos pop up at the end, that batch of streams. And it's labelled Getting Gold 1, and in that batch there's a victory against a gold major, which is my highest ever player that I've beat on the channel. Yeah, that's in there. And then that character sort of a few days ago, or the few batch of streams ago, because I think that was quite a while ago, but maybe sort of streams day 20 or something like that. No, day 20 was my greatest victory. There's only one stream in there. But anyway, if you look for that getting gold 1, and then in there's a player there, gold major. And then a few weeks later, when I did a batch of streams, played that player again, and I thought I did recognise the name. And at that point, they were a gold minor, and I've beaten them twice on the channel now. So yeah, I can beat gold players, and there was my greatest victory. That is streams day 20. That's a long one. If you haven't seen that and you go and check that out, that's about an hour and 20 minutes, that one, but it's well worth it. It's my greatest victory on the channel without a shadow of a doubt. I can't see myself ever better in it because of the satisfaction of it. You know, it was down to 1 second on the buffer, and there was just so many twists and turns in the game. And so there was a couple of moments of lady luck. I mean, there's a moment in it with the I'm just about to go down my second kernel. He's got my 2 kernels, and at that moment when he gets my second kernel, I've managed to sort of press up with my marshal, and I'm sort of sitting on top of a piece, and I say to myself, well, I've just lost my 2 kernels, so I've got a lotto here. I could be sitting on a kernel. I grab a kernel and then move right down and pin another piece with my general and marshal, and it's another kernel. Okay, well that is quite handy if that's the bomb there. And I wonder if we got 2 of them down there. And I mean, that will come in handy because I can sort of start moving this miner down there, you know. So let's see what we got down here coming in. Alright, so oh, okay. So he's not bombed in totally there. Let's just bring him back a bit here. He's going to try and do something with me there. So let's just try and sort of keep him off for the time being. I mean, you know, he thinks that's a miner, so that's alright. At least we've got to fix on 1 bomb anyway. Actually, was that a Louis or a I can't remember now. Louis or a sergeant. We'll get it anyway. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't really like to sort of reveal on oh, so I mean, that sergeant there, it sort of came in, I think it came in from that one, so we've got a potential for another bomb there. I mean, I wonder if he's got another bomb there. Now, the reason I'm sort of doing this, obviously, is just to get the route for my kernel there. So, okay, well, I mean, he thinks this is a miner, but alright, well, if I move up with the sergeant, I've got a sergeant advantage now. Okay, so that's now moving along there. So, okay, well, I'm going to sort of taking a bit of a risk. I mean, he's got bombs down that way. The potential on the next line. Well, I can sort of go for this, I think. Yeah, and then I mean, what I want to do is sort of get a fix here, maybe on a big gun. Okay, so that's fine. So if I now sort of just tuck that sergeant back in, come up here, try and flush out some more scouts from him. I mean, he's not too bothered about using his scouts by the look of it. What I may do is I may sort of just cover this Louis with a captain, with a major, just to sort of get him thinking a little bit. I mean, I'm tempted to sort of go down that line with it. Okay, so oh, well, he will give me that opportunity here. I mean, I just want to try. I mean, I don't think these are bombs now, although these obviously, these two could be. Alright, so that's fine. So okay, well, I go again and then sort of just try and sort of bait him out a little bit here. The likelihood of something coming in heavy on that side is unlikely. Okay, so yeah, that's fine then. So alright, well, now what I'll do is I'll sort of just have to sacrifice a little bit some of these low end guns, you know, just to be able to get my major out. Tuck him back in a bit, you know. I mean, I may get a fix on that with this scout, because I mean, I've got a feeling that that was a genuine aggressive move. Although he's sort of tucking back in again now. Alright, so I mean, I wonder if that is a miner as well there. Sorry, a bomb there. So I may sort of just press up with this captain. I mean, we've got a bit of a defensive style coming in here now by the look of it. So, I mean, I would imagine what I'm feeling is he's got big guns sort of down there. I mean, I think he's probably bluffing along there. I mean, I could do with getting a miner on that just to test on that, really. Captain wise, we're even. I've got the 2 sergeant advantage on him now, so I can sort of maybe go in and sort of test that way. I mean, he does know that that's a Louis. So, I mean, I'm just going to, like I say, play my patient game. Sorry to anyone I've missed that's coming and going. Welcome, welcome. 4 of you. It's great to see you all come back like that, if you are returning people. So, well, what I can do, I guess, is kind of get a fix on that. I mean, I get a feeling, oh, okay. And then what I may do is move up with this major here, because actually it'll probably end up flushing out something else, but well, or sort of another scout, which is, I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world if that happens, but I mean, I'd like to sort of got a captain come down really, and I can then sort of do something. Now, I mean, I do really think he's got another bomb there now, you see. So let's see, just see sort of how he's going to play this here. I mean, I'm going to go this way. Okay. So, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll just sort of I'll maybe sort of go around this way with this major now, try and get a fix on something. And I mean, yeah, what that's perfect. That's what I was hoping to do, was to sort of get a captain attack on that, because he probably thought, you know, that it wasn't going to be anything huge there. So, alright, well, I mean, he's going to potentially sort of look to come down, I guess, now with that. So, let me see. I mean, I could sort of potentially put some threat on it, and with a miner, is that worth doing, I wonder? I mean, he's probably going to look to sort of 2 square rule me. But if I can get this miner up here as a bluff, and then if the worst comes to the worst, what may happen is anything that does go down there after that, I can hopefully get him in my triple trap down there, you see. So I mean, now he's looking to sort of test. Yeah, he's probably going to get a scout on there, so that's alright. I can sort of just get this, tuck this out here. But that was handy because you know, I got that captain from him there. So alright, well, we know that that's a Louis there, so I mean, I guess what's the situation? We're even on Louis, but I'm up a captain and a sergeant and scouts. So I mean, technically I could sort of come in and go for it with a Louis, get it out the way, see what he had behind it. It won't do me any harm to do that. But yeah, we're doing an alright job on him, I think, here. Touch wood. I don't want to sort of count my chickens before they hatch, but some of this key movement that I've done has paid off for me. I mean, sort of what I've ended up doing, that major really did work a trick, because you probably thought, oh no, it's just a miner or a tester coming in, you know. So okay, well, what my plan was to sort of go in. I mean, is he likely to cover a Louis with anything huge? You see, that's the issue here I have. Now that there, I doubt very much is going to be anything big. So alright, well, let's to do this. And you may sort of be doing that, yeah. But I mean, if I can sort of chip away now on exchanges, then, you know, it's going to reduce his chances of continuing to sort of hide stuff, you know. Now, I mean, that is the one that I think is a big gun now. So if I sort of, I mean, I've got the scout's advantage as well on him, you know. So okay, so he's, yeah, I mean, that there, protecting the Louis, I'd imagine is a major or something. You see, I mean, I'm tempted to come in with the general, because I don't believe the marshal's going to be covering small guns like that, you know. So alright, well, I mean, I just going to sort of play it a little bit easy, because you know, he's probably looking for me to sort of make errors, you know. And sort of try and do that. So okay, well, I mean, I am also tempted to come up with the general up there now, put some attacks in, or even in here. Maybe sort of put a bit of force down this way and find out what that is. Now, I mean, I did wonder actually if that was bombed in down there, so that's not happening now. Okay, well, that's alright then. So I mean, what I can do is just sort of pull back again now. That's sort of done its job there. I was thought I might be able to sort of get in down there, but that'll do. That will do. I mean, he's sort of now coming down there looking to charge with that, so that's no big deal. Once I sort of get his scouts out, now that is the big gun that now moved over. So I wonder if we're sort of going to get a big gun coming and attacking it. I mean, I got a feeling this is a major here, and at least if I can. Right now, that one I don't believe to be the big gun. That's probably just coming in. But I mean, if it's his, if now you see here, down here, I'm wondering if this is a potential spy here. Okay. Alright, well I may go ahead with this captain advantage here. And see what I can achieve. Now the major, yeah, so I mean I could do again another captain around that side. No, we don't. I mean, it's a bit of a risk doing that because he does know that that's a sergeant. So I mean, I might just sort of start tucking this miner in. I mean, it looks very much like this could be a bomb as well here. So perhaps the miner might be better off just coming up here for the time being. Okay, so he's now moving back out down there. I might sort of tuck a colonel behind this captain because if something does come in for it, like a major, then at least, you know, I've got that sort of covered there. But I mean, this type of player, you know, I feel a little bit sort of sorry for them in a way because they don't really seem to know how to want to go about things. I mean, I'm a good one to talk, obviously, but okay, so let's just see what he does here. I mean, if he goes for this miner with something, then obviously I've got a captain there, so that's all right. So if I go here first, I guess, and then if this is a sort of major or something, I mean that could be his last scout that he's looking to sort of do that with. I mean, he had a bomb here, so this isn't gonna be a bomb. No, okay. Well, you know, I mean, I'm hazarding a guess at that. So that's fine, and then we know we've got a Louis down that side. So I may as well go in again if I can. We now knows. Okay, well, I've got to do it that way then, because at least this one that's been sitting here, we're going to get a fix on it. And if he wants to sort of take it there, he's now, yeah, he's looking to sort of press there. So alright, well I'll sort of do the job there, back off now. We got that extra captain and whatever else it was there. And that's not attacking, so this is the big gun that he was been threatening all the while with. And that's not attacking, so why would that be? I mean, let's have a look. Oh, so that's another bomb. That's why. Ah, bit silly. And that's one of my classic mistakes. I should have moved the one. I should have attacked the one that moved. All right, so we go again. We just tuck that out. I mean, that's a shame that, but I did have that advantage anyway. So just sort of move out here again and try again. Chip away. So we know that this is the one that he's really threatening with, so it's either the general or the marshal. So I'm just going to try again and go up there. So we know that that's a bomb. That's a bomb. We've got one in the bank. These didn't create a pin, so that's moved down there. Oh, so we haven't got a triple pin bomb, so we've got a potential for one more somewhere else bomb wise. And sergeants, I'm up 2 on him now, so I can happily go in with those. And yeah, I've sort of be careful. I don't want to lose track of which one's the actual one that's alright, and that did move away because I, that's moved into place there because I did get that. So whatever that was. So let's see what we got here. It's a scout, so that's fine. So now we're going to see if this one's going to move or what it's going to want to do, because we do know that that has moved previously. Okay, so we'll sort of chase that down there. Yeah, you see, I mean, this is the sort of thing that has happened to me previously, where I've sort of ended up attacking things that I didn't really need to, you know, like those sort of, that bomb. So, alright, well, I'll sort of try again here then. And this is going to come over, no doubt, now. And I think I may have him on the two. Ah, now that's why he was running away, is it? So, alright, so I think we've got the Marshal and the General then. So, okay, well, I mean, I won't move my General straight away, because he may feel that, you know, that's what I'm going to be doing now. So, alright, so let's be very, very careful here then, that I don't forget. If we've got the General there, then I mean, you know, his colonels obviously could be in play, could be somewhere lurking up here, but I mean, it's more likely to be majors first, covered by his General, you know. If I go up here, I mean, yeah, what he's gonna do, isn't it, is he's gonna go round to cover, yeah, so that's alright. So if then I come in, I mean, what I may do then is start to obviously mobilise this. Oh, he's got rid of all his scouts as well, so if I can do that, that'll be good. I think he knows it's a major there, so I'll just get a bit of preparation in place. But yeah, he looks as though he's now sort of coming up to protect down there. So I'm just going to maybe sort of go after other stuff down here. So if I go in here, he's going to look to pin, you see. So I mean, I could potentially come all the way along then. This is the Marshal now here. So let's do this then, get all this out of the way. I mean, I can't remember if that one has moved. But I mean, if he does do that way, and then I can sort of come in the other way. I mean, he's saying potentially that that's a colonel, you see. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, if he comes over this way now with the Marshal, then obviously I've got the spy now in a better spot. So yeah, I mean, I'm taking a bit of a risk. Could do with getting the spy up one more step now. I mean, he knows this is a major here. So let me think here. Yeah, well, I'll go charging in then. Oh no, what have I done? Oh, I don't believe I've done that. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that darn bomb. Oh, sorry guys, so sorry about that. Oh no. And I'm imagining this to be a colonel now. Oh dear, oh no. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I mean, I've got to hope now that he comes in with this marshal. He hasn't got any scouts left, so I don't need to worry too much. But I mean, that's obviously the general over there. Oh, that's really ruined things a little bit for me. Oh dear, oh dear. I need to somehow get my sort of scout, sorry, my spy now in a better spot really, because I mean these colonels now are obviously going to be coming in, I guess, you know. So yeah, I mean, this is what's obviously the situation here, is that he's now looking to sort of pin that colonel. That's a shame. I mean, he's looking like he's got sort of bombs down that way. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, at least I might be able to sort of come in this way, you know. I mean, we do know that you know, that both of those what they are, so there's not really much point me attacking them. I guess I've got to try and sort of attack this way. I guess he's not going to move, no. So I think we've got 1, 2 bombs there. At least that's sort of covered there now, I guess, you know. I mean, I can sort of try and come in here and hope here that he makes an error. And then sort of I guess try and make a charge in here and hope that he sort of goes for stuff. But the general is obviously over that side, so okay, so that was the bomb there. So that's a little bit frustrating. Now, I mean, I'd like to sort of get, perhaps what I may do is sort of fake a little bit with a marshal now. It might be an idea. So that's the marshal over there. Alright, so he's moved something out of there. He's got sort of colonels and majors as well. Damn, I made a terrible mistake. Really bad. Because I was in a dominant position up to that point. Now, I mean, yeah, that thing there coming in, I doubt very much that's a colonel. It's just coming in to sort of test everything down here. So I'm just going to sort of bring this up here now. Let's cover on that. Because, I mean, if it is the colonel, then at least if he comes in on it, then I can sort of so yeah. Now, I mean, what I'm going to do is, as I say, sort of fake out here that this is the marshal. Oh, right, so I've got to keep an eye on that marshal down there now. maybe sort of try and flush out his spy a bit, I guess. Flush out everything else, you know. I mean, he's moved his marshal down that way. So let's see what's going to happen here. Ah, right, so I did lose track of his marshal. Right, well, fair enough. So we got to refix on it. So okay then. Well, spy wise, who did he move the general there? So I mean, I do need to get a fix on the colonels. I mean, I guess if I come in that way, he's going to have to play a bit of a waiting game. I mean, he's obviously got the sort of defence to a certain degree in place. Right, yeah, I've got to be careful. I don't want to lose sort of track of too much of what's going on. So spy wise, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's sort of along here. So we've got the general and the marshal sort of prepped in here. And I would imagine the spy is that one. Now I have only got the colonel obviously down this side, but I'm going to need to sort of keep that as defence. And I mean, he's now sort of tucking that marshal back down that way. Sorry about this one, guys. I made a terrible error there, you know. It's a bomb in front of the captain. You scouted it, I know. Oh no, I know, guys, I know. That bomb there is one of those ones where you know, it's in a place where you kind of can get caught out by it. So well, I've got to try and think now what's the best thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bombs, 5th in the bank. So what that means is we're not bombed in down there. That's assuming, you know, that these are 2 bombs. We're not going to get any further movement out of them. I mean, he's obviously sort of looking to try and find my marshal. And he's got the sort of colonel now. You see, that's the issue that I'm worried about. Situation here. I'm up a sergeant still, aren't I? So perhaps go in. I mean, I need to go round to get in on his spy somewhere, you know. Maybe sort of nab one of his colonels now. And what's that likely to be, I wonder? If I come in down here. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Trust me, no one else is more sad about that than me doing that. I totally sort of forgot about that, you know. So I mean, this is probably his last captain or major, I guess. And then this one, I mean, I guess probably a colonel coming in. So I mean, I would imagine captain colonel. So let's just move this one along here in case we get an attack down there. But I think that's the marshal now coming in, isn't it? So that's likely to sort of come down here now. And then let's see what else he's got. I mean, I'm having to be extra patient now because You know, I've made that glaring error now. So yeah, I mean, that's where he's sort of looking to come in, I guess, down there with his marshal. But I mean, what he's looking to probably do is to find out where the spy is, you know, and do it that way. Now, I mean, if he comes in after this captain, then obviously, you know, I'm expecting it to be the major. I mean, if it's a colonel, then obviously, but I do need to be careful I don't lose track of that general now down there. So, alright, well, I mean, now actually what I've ended up doing is giving that away, really, that that's not the spy, so that if he does start coming down now, you know, he knows that that one's not the spy, even though I sort of faked it a little bit. But it's a tough one, guys, tough one. I will come in and out of here with you. Yeah. I should have, yeah, I double sort of checked with you guys, really. Well, I mean, it was just stupid on my part, you know. So, alright, well, I guess I've got to try and maybe achieve something in there, you know. Because he seems to be just defending down there. I mean, I think we got the general here. I mean, potentially spy here, I guess. I mean, that's probably the last bomb. So, okay, well, I mean, I'll just sort of press up here then, and sort of do it this way. Because I mean, I can't remember which one's the general now down there. So, okay, well, he's looking to sort of come in, I guess, for that. So that must be one of the colonels or the general, which I've lost track of. So, well, I mean, I'm going to have to sacrifice something, I guess. Well, that major now. I mean, that's the marshal, I dare say. It's a colonel, I imagine. So, alright, well, I mean, I guess I've got to try and pull back a bit, I guess, and then, If I go this way, I mean, that's now the marshal, definitely. This is either a colonel or a general. I'm going to have to sort of pull back, I guess, a bit here. Yeah, that's a general. So, okay, well, I mean, at least then I can sort of chase it down or press on it, you know. Sort of try and do something with it, you know. And just maybe just sort of drag it out there for the time being, you know. He's going to want to try and come over again, I dare say, you know. So, alright, well, I mean, the other thing is I can try and go round here. Because, I mean, the spy is now likely to be in one of these three positions. Alright, I wonder if that's what he's done there. Sort of move it covering. I mean, I've got to hope that he walks on my spy. But, I mean, I think it's probably standing out a little bit. Okay, so he's now going up there with that. I wonder, I mean, he may be sort of trying the same sort of thing here, you know. That was the spy there. I mean, I might sort of press on that myself now, you know. But I mean, it's probably a colonel then. Okay, and then that one, the spy behind, I guess. He's sort of doing it that way. Maybe sort of press on it here. Just try and sort of fake him maybe that the spy is this one. I mean, if that's a colonel, that's going to be his spy. This is another probably colonel there. And that's potentially his spy there. He's probably, yeah, he's probably going to look to sort of come down and round. For that Louis. I mean, I don't believe this is a spy. I believe this is a colonel that he's got coming in. Yeah. So I think that's the colonel, that's a spy. In which case, I mean, I guess I could make a bit of a charge then, because he sort of blocked himself here. I think this is the last bomb. And I mean, he's going to go down there. But I'm going to go for it here. I've got a feeling, well, yeah, we know that that's a spy. So, I mean, you see what's happening here now? He's now sort of looking to move and shuffle out down there. Get that spy. Now, this is the spy. So, I'm going to make a charge for it. I mean, I'm not sure if he can shuffle in time down there. Yeah, you see. So, alright then. So, I mean, if that's a colonel, I guess I've got to go up with that first here then. Plan my strategy here. So that I can then go in with the minor after. And now he's sort of, yeah, alright, so I mean, what I may even do is start to get a scout up here, so when I do clear all the mess out, I can nip in after, tail end of all the exchanges and stuff. But I've forgotten which one's which. Okay, so that's a spy, that's probably the colonel, this is the marshal. Now, he's obviously going to have something protecting there. Yes, he's probably bringing his other colonel over. So alright, well what I need to do then is yeah, because I mean he's probably going to come in with the spine that after, yeah, so that's alright. And I can sort of go in, I mean if that isn't the kernel, yeah, okay. So then I can sort of go in with my miner. He's going to sort of maybe cover again. I see. So yeah, I mean he's doing that. He's just moving pieces around. Well, yeah, I mean he's sort of got his defence in, hasn't he? You know. So I mean that's a spy. So if I come in, oh, but he has moved that there, hasn't he? So I mean I guess what I've got to do is maybe perhaps press on that with my spy. I mean he's now sort of looking to come in with his so yeah, actually what I may be able to do, sacrifice, if I sacrifice the marshal, I mean he's going to be able to sort of then go in and defend there. So alright, well he's now going over there with that. So I mean the other kernel where that's likely to be, he's got his majors obviously, so yeah, I guess what I need to do is somehow get the spy covering this miner so that when it goes in on that, but I mean this is probably going to just attack it anyway. I mean potentially a major down there. So okay, well I mean what I can do I guess now is start to sort of move back again. With my marshal to try and salvage what I can. I mean obviously he's now sort of coming down with the general again, so I mean you know the colonel that he's got, I mean I do sort of need to get a fix on that colonel really, because I'm not sure where it is. I mean I doubt it's I don't think it's down that way. I mean I think it's more likely to be around the other side, you know. But I mean if he comes after this one, then you know, at least I might be able to sort of nab this, whatever it is. So that's all right. So well I mean he's, you know, he's sort of just trying to do that. So oh, well I mean I guess if I take that, well that's his, yeah, that's his marshal there. So well I mean we're going to see if that's a colonel or not, you know, and we're just going to have to sort of sit it out a little bit. I mean 1 2 3, I mean, if I can get these other miners, he's only got one other miner left, so I've got a feeling it's that probably over there sitting tight. Okay, so he's going to do it that way. Let's see what that is. I mean, he's probably going to look to sort of pin, yeah, so okay, well, I need to somehow get my marshal back out now, really. At least in a better spot. But that was a shame. I mean, I sort of tried to work out a little way there, but excuse me, I couldn't get that quite right, you know. So well, he's going to sort of try and pin this, you know, and I'll just have to sort of do what I can. He's got me on the 2 square rule there anyway, I guess, you know, so let's just see here what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, if I can sort of go in down there, get on that piece that's moved down there. I mean, I'd like to sort of go in on it, you know. I'm hoping this is sort of close in now. Try and get that miner from him, you see. And at least that might sort of change things a little bit more in my favour. Let's try and get this. See what it is. Okay, so that's his Louis. So that was a shame. I was hoping to get his last miner there. So let's see what's going to happen here now. I mean, he's sort of chasing down, you know. Oh, in actual fact, what I may do, I should have done that a moment ago. That's a shame. I should have sort of started to put some threat on his marshal there to get him to take. You know, that would have been a chance for me. And that's sort of what I need to do. And I mean, also sort of get my marshal in a bit better spot. All right, so that's the colonel at least. So yeah, I mean, what I want to do is to try and move his marshal, you know. But I mean, let's see what you guys are saying. Is there any way around this, guys, you know, to sort of get in there? Because normally there's a way to sort of sometimes sacrifice the marshal. I mean, if I sacrifice, I mean, he's still got whatever that is down there, you see. Ah, but we do know that that's a colonel. So, alright, well, yeah, but the thing is, he's still going to have the marshal there. Now, I mean, if he comes over, you know, with the colonel, I mean, he's going to have to pin it one way. And then what I may, as I say, try and do now is to go in with my scout and see if I can sort of force this out now. I'm going to have to sort of step it there. You know, I mean, I might sort of just move a little bit out. Yeah, and let's see if I can do this way. Okay, so yeah, now he's looking to sort of come over there with that. to sort of defend on that. I mean, I think what I'll have to do... Okay. So he's giving me a chance. I mean, he's obviously got the majors, so... that's the problem here by doing this. I mean, he's probably got the major sort of cover in there, you know. So I'm going to have to just sort of do it this way now. We know where the spy is. We can sort of now pin that colonel. Let me see here. So yeah, I mean, I can sort of potentially, I mean, if this is obviously a major, then I'll sort of bite the bullet on that. And he's now sort of, yeah, gonna force my hand a little bit, because he'll come down, he'll come down again. I mean, I suppose the spy is more important at this point for me. And I mean, if this is the major that he's got coming in, I mean, he's going to come in the middle of it, you know. So let's see here. I mean, he's probably got the two majors down there. So I'm going to have to sort of technically sort of bite the bullet on this minor. I mean, if I can sort of salvage it to a certain degree. I mean, he's probably got his other major down there. I mean, I've got to, what, you know, the other thing I can hope to do is to try and sort of confuse him with my marshal. Okay, so he's now, yeah, he thinks that that's my marshal again, doesn't he? So, alright, so that's okay. So I wonder now if he's going to sort of run out again, or he's going to sort of shuffle that one along. And then, let's see here. He's going to try, I mean, that's probably the other major down there. Oh, he's got two majors on me though, hasn't he? So, and the colonel. So actually what I want to do, yeah, I mean, this is where I wanted to sort of try and make use of the spy in there. But what I want to do is, as I say, I want to try and sort of get this marshal out of the way. Yeah, alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of try now and do that, because this spy is what's causing all the issue for me, because I can't get in there. Oh, I see. So now he's looking to sort of do that. Alright, so that's, I mean, I think that's the colonel down there now. So, I mean, I've got to try here, I guess. I mean, if he's going to attack there, that's alright. I mean, at least this sort of clears this bomb out for me now. But I mean, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to do a great deal. I've gotta somehow, you know, get round now and sort of do it with a scout, really. I mean, I guess, yeah, at least if I can sort of open that bomb. I didn't really sort of get it. I mean, yeah, is this his other major? Oh! He's not chosen to take that there, then. So that's interesting. So, I mean, he probably thinks it's not a minor now. But, I mean, I've got to do it here, yeah, so that I got that out of the way. So it gives me a chance with a scout and numbers. Alright, so that's his captain there. So, I mean, I've forgotten what that is. I think that's his other colonel, isn't it, if I remember rightly. Oh, this was the colonel. So, alright, well, at least now, you know, I can sort of potentially now do this move where I sort of sacrifice and then nip in. I've only got the one scout though. So I mean, what I can do, I guess, is if I come up here with a scout, what's he got? He's got a captain and the major, hasn't he? So oh, actually, that's a bit of a silly move there. Yeah, because he's sort of got his defence all in down there now. And I mean, he's probably got the captain and the major down there. He's now put that marshal down there. He's got the spy here. I mean, there's potential for him to sort of start lottoing now, I guess, you know. But yeah, he's not made this easy at all. I mean, he's lucky that I lost my general, you know. I mean, I've got to try and get this spy with this scout now. That's got to be my chance, really. Wait for him to sort of make a mistake there that way. I mean, this scout really could save my skin here. Well, I mean, what will happen though, the moment I get the spy, is that I'm still going to be a bit scuppered because you know, I still got to try and get in there somehow. I mean, if I lose the scout, then you know, that's going to stop me being able to nip in there for it, you know. I mean, I guess the other thing I can do is try and maybe come around. Well, I mean, the thing is, he's got the sort of captain and the major down there. So, okay, well, let me see here. Again, if I can try and sort of come round, nip in with the scout on him. But you see, the moment I start sort of moving down, with the marshal behind here, then obviously then he can sort of pin me with his spy, you see. Right, so I mean that could potentially be the last miner there. That's where he's put his sort of marshal. So I mean what I can do maybe is sort of start to try and go round. So I mean what's that there then? That's going to be, I think, the major, isn't it? Or sorry guys if I lost you on this one. Seriously, you should have already won. All he has to do is take the card, take everything's move. Well, yeah, I mean that's sort of what he's trying to do, isn't it? You know. So, okay, well, I mean, the plan I've got down here, I guess I can sort of come in this down here. I mean, there's not much else I could do there. Oh, I see. So he's now sort of looking to do it that way. So, alright, well, what that may do is give me a chance with this scout down there, maybe, somehow. Not 100% sure it's going to work. If I sort of press up, I've got a feeling that that was the miner though. Okay, so that's a captain. Alright, so, well, I mean, what I want to do then is sort of go again down here. Get on the back line if I can. And then that way, I mean, I'm hoping sort of, you know, that he'll think it's a miner. And if I can sort of somehow make a charge down there, I don't think it's necessarily going to work. Or what it may do is give me an opportunity to sort of go in on his spy with it, you know. So, well, I mean, he's now obviously looking to sort of come back and protect. So let me think here. Colonel, the general, is there going to be a way? I mean, he's not going to look to move that by the look of it. So and he's sort of blocking this route here. He's now sort of looking to come back in that way. Well, I mean, if I go in, do the exchange, no, that's not going to work for me. So I do need to eliminate the spy first. Getting in on that is difficult now. He's got enough protecting there. I mean, he's probably just going to look to sort of, yeah, he's probably going to just look to cover that flag over there from a scout. And then he's now sort of protecting his spy as well. So I'm going to have to sort of move out again now. Get away. Try and come around the other way. And use what I can against him, you know. Try and sort of try and get in. Now he's, yeah, so I mean spies, this one or this one, is it? I mean I've got to try and again go down the back line somehow. Very tricky though, you know, to be able to do this. He's just got enough cover. I mean that's probably then the miner that he's just sitting pretty down there with. Sorry about this one, guys, sort of going, oh, we've lost a bit of connection here now. Sorry about that. We should get a reconnect shortly. But how I'm going to get in there, I mean I just cannot believe that I lost my general so early like that to that bomb. Really sorry about that one, guys. I mean this is a shame because it's just sort of making it difficult, you know, and you know I don't want to quit because I'm trying to force a mistake, you know, so oh, I seem to have lost a bit of buffer now there as well. So, alright, well the other thing, yeah, I mean he's now sort of coming in to do that trap on the with the spy. So let me see here. I wonder if there's going to be a way for me to nip in here. Well, no, he's sort of looking to, yeah, he's got it sort of covered with this general. I mean, he's going to sort of force it to pin, I guess. So it's a shame. I mean, he's got, yeah, he's got the colonel, the major, the general, and the marshal here, the spy here, and I mean that captain, I guess, and the miner. So yeah, if he's now sort of looking to pin. And I mean, losing my spy as well, that was, you know, that was sort of, didn't help at all either, so, he's not letting me pass down there, so, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that spy by the look of it now either. I mean, obviously I'm going to be able to get to it afterwards, but that's no use at this point. He's sort of done enough defence, really. Okay, well, he's now sort of just looking to do that pin, so I'm going to have to sort of hope that I can come back round. Well, I mean, he's going to lose. I'm going to lose the marshal there. I mean, there's not much hope for me here. All I can do is just try and. I mean, you see, the next thing that I'm going to have to try. I really do want to keep this scout though, because you know the next thing that I'm going to have to try is to sort of come round with a miner on this back line here. And encourage him, you know, to sort of keep coming out with stuff, and just keep this scout as safe as possible for a late, you know, blaze of glory. Basically, that's all I can do. Whether it's going to work or not, I'm not sure. So yeah, I mean, this is it, isn't it? You know, where he's sort of doing that. So I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna have to sort of hope that is the next stage for me. You know, that I can sort of get round with a miner. And drag him around a little bit, you know, because that's the only hope I've got, you know, is to do it that way and then shoot in. Yeah, now you see, this is what I mean here. So if I can sort of technically get the back row clearer, sort of encourage him to go after it, you know. Go after one of them. I mean, he's obviously going to sort of look to work out which one is the scout, you know. So now the spy was that one. So, you know, I mean, there's a potential, again, for me to get the scout somewhere down the back line. And let me think here. I mean, if I go, yeah, now I guess what I can do, if I sort of just try and get the other miner now up here. I mean, the thing is, he is always one move from defense down there though, so that might not necessarily work. Because what I was hoping for, if I take this bomb, he's going to take, and then I can sort of go. But of course, he's one move away there, so that isn't necessarily going to work. Yeah, now he's sort of yeah, now he's sort of coming back round to sort of defend there anyway. I'm just sort of obviously trying to work out a way to. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, the other thing I could do maybe here is to try and encourage that one across. But I mean, he's likely to probably sort of just take with that one if he's sort of sensible, I guess, you know. because he won't want to sort of reveal, he won't want to leave it open for a scout, you know. But I mean, if I can trick him, I mean, if I can sort of trick him into believing, yeah, so he's not even going to do that. So, well, now then he's now sort of defending down there that way. So I'm going to need to try and escape. I guess try and just move the Louis up and try and see. But yeah, now he's sort of tucked that back in down there, you know. It's not going to really work. So I mean, he's now sort of moved the spy out. So that's not going to work. I mean, I'm obviously just fighting to the bit of death here, hoping for a mistake, guys. You know, I'm not stupid, but you know, I've got to give it a go. I've got to give it a damn good go. But I mean, I don't think he's now going to necessarily sort of fall for anything by the look of it, you know. He's now got the two pieces over there, plenty of I mean, this must be the miner, you see, I think, that he's not moved all this while. So I mean, you know, the fact that I can't sort of get in on it, that's a shame, you know. I don't think it's even going to let me probably, yeah, now with this scout either. So yeah, I mean, there's no way. I mean, if I could sort of potentially maybe drag him sort of down and then nip past him, that might be a chance. He's now got his spy there, you see, so if he closes this way, yeah, if he closes that way, I mean, look, you know, there's a potential here now. Alright, so he's got that captain. So I mean, what it may do is give me a chance, because I've got a feeling that's the miner, you see. So if he I've got to go that way. Yeah, I mean, he's sort of protecting there, but I mean, if I force him onto the back line with this one, that's a shame. Yeah, so I mean, he's probably going to look to close down that way. But yeah, I mean, you see what I was hoping. He's got his spy here and a miner here, you see. So I mean, obviously there would have been a chance for me there. mean, obviously going to close me off that way now. So, alright, well, I mean, I'm going to have to sort of pull back a little bit here. Try and maybe sort of go and get away. I mean, he's going to have to sort of close on it, you know. Okay, so, well, I mean, now then, really, you see, I can, the only chance is with the miner up there. Then he's going to be covering again. So, oh, I think I've run out of buffer. Yeah, I did see that happening. Well, I mean, let's face it, guys. You know, I do not go down easily at all. You're going to have to fight to the bitter death if you want to beat me. And I'm certainly was going to fight to the absolute death cries because of my mistake there. You know, I just that's the way I do things. You know, there's a gold player there, so I hope he enjoyed that tear up, as we call it in England. So break time for that. Definitely, I've got a few things to do now. So sorry about that, guys, but I hope you admire my you know, my sort of will to win. Well, I mean, Mads, he has too much though. This has been dead loss since the general's lost. You may think that, Mads, but I don't. I will fight to the bitter end, looking for mistakes, looking for openings. And you know, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you know, at the end of the day, I want my opponent to know they've been in a battle about it, you know, and they've had to fight for it. So you know, you can see there that I was constantly trying to work out a way in. It weren't as though I weren't doing anything, you know. I mean, there were chances for me with a slightly, you know, if I'd have sort of had a bit more of a chance, you know, with just one or two squares being, you know, available. Getting in the middle of the way. Yeah, well, that bomb in the middle there was the curse of that game. So you could well be right there, Brian. I should have got that bomb out of the way just as my last blaze of glory there. That probably would have been as well, you know, if I'd have got this miner up into there. I would have probably just done that for a laugh, you know. So anyway, guys, you know, I hope you enjoyed that to a certain degree. I mean, you know, I don't believe he would have necessarily won that if I had made that mistake with the general. So let me know what you think anyway. Alright, and let's have a break. I'll see you in, we're going to sort of have a bit more of a break, 25 minutes now, and I'll schedule a stream for 25 minutes. Alright, see you soon. Bye.